Hello, this is Dirk Lickman, Star Wars actor, superstar, the ultimate Star Wars guest. Uh, you may have heard about me. I've been around many years. I started in the business over 35 years ago. I worked in the catering section on a movie and eventually did extra work, background work, and eventually got to my union card and that was how it happened. Eventually, I trained as a stuntman for only one or two movies. I got a little bit of an injury on my certain parts of my anatomy, which I can't go into now. It was a terrible time. I had 6 months in hospital. Had to have a testicle transplant because of it. But anyway, that's another story, another time. But basically, I worked on all the Star Wars films, Star Wars: New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back. I actually originally was fitted as a Boba Fett. And later, they also fitted me inside R2D2, but unfortunately, I was a bit too tall for that. But later on, I played several characters. Boss as another one, and I was actually Darth Vader for like 10 minutes. In fact, when Dave Prowse went to the loo, I quickly ran into the changing room, where his dressing room, in fact, and tried the costume on and took a photograph of it. You may see on certain websites out there. I did. In fact, I took it. A friend of mine took it in the loo actually, and with the costume on. It's not very good lighting, and the whole thing was really bad. But as I say, I'm an actor. I've been around a long time. I did a few kind of saucy movies as well under the name Dirk Lickman, and it was a very, very wonderful experience. First of all, working on Star Wars, I remember seeing George Lucas. He was a very fine man, nice beard. He had a lovely beard. In fact, he complimented my moustache being so black. Yes, I had a very black moustache in those days, a bit more grey nowadays. And, spoke to Andy Daniels. He was quite a nice chap. He was all in that costume, that C-3PO costume was quite warm. He was very sweaty. He was very sweaty on that day. I remember, I went up to him and met a lot of people. Harrison Ford was very nice. Had a cup of tea with him one morning, and he was very nice. Very kind of slow, talking. Very like a Los Angeles type. Goes on and on and on. And I got on very well with Kenny Baker. Kenny Baker was a wonderful, wonderful man. Still, I keep in contact with him. I send him letter every year, see how he is, etc. I've out of contact really the business now. I'm kind of retired. I live somewhere in London now. I can't really go into where I live. It's near Highgate Cemetery actually, so there in North London. I love it up there. And as I say, I've done lots of movies. I worked with Michael Winner. I've worked with loads of people over the years. I hope to do some conventions soon because, as I did briefly pay Darth Vader for 10 minutes with my own, obviously, when unfortunately Dave was somewhere else and I was in his dressing room dressing up. Also dressed as Boba Fett. I was Boba Fett for a little while, yes. A lot of the stuff I did, I know there's another chap, I forget his name, Jeremy Bollocks or something. I forget his name. But anyway, he was a lovely chap. But I tried the costume on. It fit me pretty well. And then they wanted me to play some kind of all the boss characters. So I did that briefly. Just for a few minutes. The lovely Alan Harris. He wasn't available one day, so they said, "Oh, Dirk, would you mind putting this costume on?" I said, "Oh, don't, I'm a bit claustrophobic wearing this stuff. Even when I was Darth Vader, I was sweating. I just can't stand it really." Anyway, so I had a really good time. I loved working on, and Adam was a lovely chap. He's still around. I know he does that. But as I say, I played many characters. They even dressed me one day as an Ewok. On one of the films, they took me out somewhere. I forget it was on forest somewhere, and Then there was a biker scout. What else was I? I was. In fact, I appeared briefly inside Jabba the Hutt. Yes, I know there was Toby Philpott was there, and the other chap, Mike Edmonds, was in there. And they put me in as well. I don't know why. I was just sitting there, to fill up the kind of space, I suppose. Have a cup of tea, and a chat with Toby and Mike Edmonds was wonderful, wonderful chaps. In fact, I stuck. Toby says it was his tongue. It was actually my tongue. The Jabba the Hutt's tongue was in fact my tongue. There's a long, long tongue, not a very, very long tongue. Anyway, sorry, a bit of a coffee. I've done lots of movies. So Star Wars was a very wonderful thing to work on. So it's just wonderful. I hope to appear at some conventions later this year. I know there's a friend of mine. He's a very good guy. Dirk Lyons, that's his name. He's a lovely guy. He contacted me a little while ago and been posting stuff on Facebook and stuff. I hope to do a kind of video presentation of my characters and hopefully get some kind of work. Semi-retired as you see, and I love science fiction. I love Flash Gordon and all that stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Sorry, I've got that. And so, as I say, I've done lots of films. And I'm an equity member and, Variety Club member and, member of the MU, Musicians Union, and TUC and all that stuff. I've been honorary member of many, many things. And Andrew Webber is a good old friend of mine. He invites me to all the new musicals he does, and he's a wonderful man, And anyway, so as I say, I really love Star Wars, and my favourite character, I would say, let me just think about it really. My favourite character, I'd say R2-D2. I love that character. It's so sweet, sweet little droid. I love all that. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. George Lucas is nice. Harrison. Mark Hamill was very lovely. Oh, Carrie Fisher, she was lovely. Oh, we had a drop of champagne together. She invited me into her dressing room one day, and she said, "Dirk, over here, Dirk. Will you want to come in, have a nice glass of champagne with me, at the end of the shoot?" And I said, "All right, Carrie, if you insist." And so I went in there, sat with her, talking about Debbie Reynolds and Mum, and it was a wonderful time because I loved her in singing the radio. I started singing, Make Them Dance, and what was that song? The one which Donald O'Connor sang. Oh God, what was that song? Make them laugh. I did that in front of her. She loved it, and she sang me a few songs as well. Carrie was a lovely lady. I still keep in contact with her, actually. She's a wonderful, wonderful actress. I know she's not very well sometimes, but she's a lovely, lovely girl. As I say, there's rumours, actually, that they're going to make me honorary member of the 501st. Dirk Lickman, honorary member of the 501st, hopefully this year. And I say I may be coming back and doing some more movies at some point, and you'll be seeing me there. But I don't know, I've said so much. I even worked, believe it or not, I worked on, numerous things. I worked on Superman, I did Flash Gordon, and I did, I just can't remember. My CV, I've got to look at my CV because my mind's not the same as it used to be after all these years, But anyway, I just thought I'd just this little kind of talk, as I say, it's been wonderful talking to all you Star Wars fans out there, and I'll hopefully be on the Star Wars circuit. I hope to be appearing as a special guest at the Star Wars Fan Fun Day up in Burnley with that wonderful chap. What's his name? Neil Lively. Oh, he's a wonderful guy. I heard a lot about him, actually. Very, very nice chap, actually. Got a beard. He wears a beard, just like George Lucas, actually. And maybe I'm doing that one. There's a few others. I'm going away to Europe, doing a few stuff in Europe. Maybe in, I don't know, France and Germany and Spain later this year. And hopefully when there's a Star Wars reunion, they're going to invite me because I did most of the movies. I did a lot of characters in the movies. There's a few other characters I did. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was a snow trooper. I was a snow trooper. I was a stormtrooper. I was one of those things in the desert with the funny eyes. Oh, what were they called? Oh, God, blimey, I can't remember the name. But I was one of those things with the eyes. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Oh, God, my throat is. Oh, I should have a glass of champagne in a minute. Oh. Anyway, So I say I've got to go now. I've had, I'll put another video on there, or voice video, because I don't want to see myself at the moment. Got a bit bored actually, so I wear a wig nowadays. And I spray it with black paint usually, make it look a bit more like real. Moustache is still there, I dyed out as well, but never mind, it's all right really. But anyway, this is Dirk Lickman, Star Wars Ultimate Guest. Hopefully that someone out there, one of those kind of agencies out there who supply Star Wars actors, will hopefully, get hold of me soon, and that'd be wonderful, because I'd love to appear at a convention, see my old buddies, But anyway, it's lovely talking to you, and anyway, have a lovely day, and it's Dirk Lickman signing out, and don't forget, Dirk Lickman, the ultimate Star Wars guest. Have Dirk Lickman at your convention, and it wouldn't be anything without Dirk Lickman at your convention. That'd be nice. Anyway, so take care, my darlings, and so I'm just going now because I don't spoke for a long time. Anyway, Dirk Lickman signing out, and take care. God bless you, and may the Lickman be with you all. There we go. Thank you very much.